Welcome to The Hidden Scrolls, where we focus on history, folklore, and mythology. Lilith, the myth, the lore, and the history. Today we're delving into one of the most fascinating figures from mythology, religion, and folklore. Lilith. She's a character who has inspired fear, reverence, and intrigue for centuries. Often depicted as a demoness, seductress, or feminist icon, Lilith's evolution across cultures and time speaks volumes about humanity's fears, desires, and beliefs. Origins of Lilith. The first mentions of Lilith can be traced back to ancient Mesopotamia, around 2000 BCE. The earliest known references to Lilith appear in Sumerian texts, where she is associated with a class of female demons known as Lilitu. These entities were thought to prey on pregnant women and infants during the night. In Akkadian mythology, the Ardat Lili and Lilitu were spirits associated with infertility and seduction. Their male counterpart, the Lilu, was also believed to haunt women during childbirth. This marked Lilith's initial portrayal as a nocturnal spirit, emphasizing themes of danger and destruction in the context of family life. Lilith in Jewish tradition. Lilith's mythological prominence grew as she was absorbed into Jewish lore. The alphabet of Ben Sira, an apocryphal text from the 8th to 10th century CE, is one of the most famous sources of the Lilith legend. Here she is portrayed as the first wife of Adam, created at the same time and from the same earth as him. This contrasts with the biblical narrative in Genesis, where Eve is created from Adam's rib. According to the Ben Sira account, Lilith's equality with Adam led to conflict. When Adam demanded dominance, Lilith refused, proclaiming, "I will not lie below you." To assert her independence, Lilith uttered the ineffable name of God and fled the Garden of Eden. God then sent three angels, Sinoi, Sansonoi, and Samangaloth, to bring her back. Lilith refused to return, and as a compromise, she agreed that she would not harm children protected by amulets bearing the angels' names. However, she vowed vengeance by preying on the offspring of Adam and Eve. This narrative introduces Lilith as a figure of defiance, independence, and danger, positioning her as a scapegoat for infant mortality and unexplained tragedies. Medieval and Renaissance depictions. In medieval Jewish mysticism, particularly within the Kabbalah, Lilith became a more intricate and sinister figure. She was often described as a demoness or the consort of Samael, the angel of death. Together, they were thought to give birth to a host of demonic offspring. Lilith became synonymous with temptation and sin, particularly sexual sin, as she was believed to seduce men in their dreams to create demonic progeny. This linked her to the concept of succubi in later Christian demonology. During the Renaissance, artists and writers began incorporating Lilith into their works. Michelangelo depicted her as a serpent in his fresco in the Sistine Chapel, wrapping her around the tree of knowledge in Eden. This interpretation merged her character with that of the biblical tempter, adding layers to her mythos. Lilith in other cultures. Lilith's presence extends beyond Jewish tradition, appearing in various forms across cultures. Babylonian mythology. As mentioned earlier, the Lilitu spirits were precursors to Lilith. They symbolized chaos and danger, particularly in domestic settings. Greek mythology. While not explicitly named Lilith, her characteristics bear resemblance to the Lamia, a child-devouring monster, and Impusa, a shape-shifting demon. Islamic traditions. Though less prominent, Lilith-like figures appear in Islamic lore, where she is sometimes linked to the jinn, supernatural beings created from smokeless fire. European folklore. Lilith's nocturnal and seductive traits align with myths about night demons, witches, and other supernatural female figures who subvert societal norms. Symbolism and themes. Lilith's story touches on a range of universal themes and symbols. Equality and rebellion. Lilith's refusal to submit to Adam has made her a symbol of independence and gender equality. Her story critiques patriarchal norms and celebrates the power of choice. Sexuality. Historically, Lilith has been portrayed as both a seductress and a symbol of uncontrolled female sexuality. This duality reflects societal fears about women's sexual autonomy. Motherhood and infanticide. Her association with child mortality underscores humanity's attempts to explain natural phenomena through supernatural narratives. Night and darkness. Lilith embodies the unknown, often personifying the fears associated with nighttime and the mysteries it holds. The feminist reclamation of Lilith. In the modern era, Lilith has undergone a remarkable transformation. Feminist movements, particularly in the 20th and 21st centuries, have reinterpreted her story. Instead of a demoness, Lilith is now seen as a feminist icon, a woman who refused to be subjugated by patriarchal expectations. Artists, writers, and thinkers have embraced Lilith as a symbol of empowerment. For instance, the Jewish feminist magazine Lilith was named in her honor, celebrating her as a figure of liberation. In literature, characters inspired by Lilith often challenge societal norms, echoing her mythological defiance. In pop culture, Lilith has appeared in everything from TV shows like Supernatural to video games, where she is portrayed as a powerful and enigmatic figure. Lilith's role in contemporary spirituality. Lilith also holds significance in modern spiritual practices. In neo-pagan and Wiccan traditions, she is often revered as a goddess or spirit embodying feminine power and independence. Rituals and meditations invoking Lilith focus on themes of personal empowerment, shadow work, and reclaiming suppressed aspects of the self. Myth or reality? While Lilith's existence is rooted in mythology and folklore, her impact on human culture is very real. Over the centuries, she has served as a mirror reflecting society's evolving views on women, power, and autonomy. From demoness to goddess, from seductress to feminist icon, Lilith's story is a testament to the enduring power of myth. In conclusion, Lilith is more than just a mythological figure. She is a symbol of resilience, defiance, and the complexities of human perception. Whether viewed as a demon or an icon, Lilith challenges us to confront our fears, biases, and aspirations. She reminds us that stories, even ancient ones, have the power to shape our understanding of the world and ourselves.